Sorry, the Lord of the Rings Online Fate of Gundabad. Fight for the Fate of Gundabad, available November 10th. Yes, November 10th, we will be getting access to the Fate of Gundabad, assuming it doesn't get delayed. November 10th is a Wednesday. An unusual day for LOTRO to really release an update. Usually it's on like a Tuesday or a Thursday. But we're getting a Wednesday release. So hopefully everything will go well there. Apparently there's already been some pre-order issues where people haven't been getting their items and stuff like that. But I'm sure all that'll get resolved. But people have been pretty upset about that, obviously, after paying so much, which we'll get to in a moment here. Experience the epic climax to the legacy of Durin's story. So cool. We're getting a resolution to this story that they've been telling for quite some time. I'm excited about that. Yes, Queen, we do have a date, November 10th. Mark it on your calendar. I've really enjoyed the legacy of Durin's story. There have been parts that have been really boring, but the opening was amazing, and I can't wait to see how they resolve all this. I feel like there's been a lot of filler content. They've been stretching it out a little bit too much, but I think that's pretty normal with LOTRO, if we're honest. And I'm excited for this conclusion. Minas Morgul was the conclusion to the epic story. I'm excited to see the conclusion to Durin's story. Until they reach in-game and realize there's not much. Yes. Yeah, I'm not really interested in New World just because, like, I would have been really interested if it was, like, actual like, if it went, like, full fantasy or if it went, like, full historical. But the weird, like, fantasy historical, I'm not into. That's not my thing. Following the grueling battles and heavy tolls of the initial assault, Prince Durin and his allies now regroup and prepare their final offensive on the mountain home of Gundabad. Seeking to reclaim their ancestral legacy from the corruption of the orcs, hobgoblins, and Angmirum that have been infesting it. As the great dwarven armies muster, tensions remain high between the Longbeard, Stoutaxes, and Zaruka, threatening to break the already fragile alliance before they can recover and restore their birthright. Meanwhile... Everyone, thanks for the host. Queen, thanks for the host as well. Thought to be fractured and pushed back by the dwarven victories, the host of the orc chieftain Gorgar the Ruthless now unites under the true lord of Gundabad, the fearsome great dragon Hirmil Frostheart, who will stop at nothing to bring an end to Prince Durin and his followers. So, if the dragon is a lady dragon, wouldn't she be the Lady of Gundabad? Like, maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Galadriel was the Lady of Lothlorien, right? So I'm pretty sure there's already a naming precedent inside Tolkien. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a lore expert. Night Vision, thank you so much for the host. You better look at the Kin House. Yeah, that's literally what we have done already, everyone. You missed it. You missed it. We looked. It's awesome. You did a great job. I hate the sheep. It's still bowing in the background. Take on new foes, battle as the Brawler class, forge new legendary weapons, and stand at last against Gorgar the Ruthless and Hirmil Frostheart in a final defensive battle. Achieve victory, and Gundabad will belong to the dwarves once again, and forever. The latest Lord of the Rings Online expansion, Fate of Gundabad, is available for pre-purchase now. The wall floor design was a project. I'm sure, buddy, I'm sure. It looks good, though. Like, you did a really good job. I especially like the upstairs. Like, the upstairs looks really good. Love the walls there. Really good job. Alright, let's keep going. Key features of the new expansion. It's what he does. He loves narrator voices. That's true. Smeagolf. Smeagolf is maybe my new favorite name. Welcome, welcome. And by the way, Minovov, some games. Thank you so much for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. MMOs have their downsides, don't get me wrong, on how they did LOTRO dirty with the monetization. Yeah, I mean, that is how Daybreak does all their games. It absolutely sucks, and we'll get to that. And I'll certainly complain about it, but, you know, it's become the standard, and that really sucks. I feel like any expansion tier that's over $100 had better have real-life items that you get in, like, a super collector's edition or something like that. But I digress. Come out swinging as the new Brawler class. Delighting in the thrill of combat, the Brawler is a heavy armor melee fighter that utilizes battle gauntlets to unleash powerful strikes upon their foes. Build your metal and strike with a fury of blows to devastate your enemies, or focus on defense to protect your allies. You'd like to buy the ultimate package, but you cannot bring yourself to do it. Another earring die carry-all? Yeah. I think the main reason why it is so expensive is because of the level boost. The level boost alone in Standing Stone Games' eyes is like a $50 value. So that, you know, that's their main reason why it's justified that way. And then on top of that, you get like War Steed cosmetics. I mean, the fact that you get finally get a War Pig is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The middle one has the middle one has the level boost too. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely take a look at it. The middle one's a really good value then if you go by their pricing of things. Like, if you're wanting to level boost a character, that's actually a bargain if you go by their value. Prepare for battle with 10 new levels. Yes, it's finally confirmed. 10 new levels. I was expecting, a lot of people saw that, you know, items were expiring at 134, and they thought, oh, for sure, we're only going to go to 135, but no, we are indeed going to 140. Continue your saga and get ready to fight for the fate of Gundabad with an increased level cap of 140. Learn new abilities and acquire new equipment to gear up and face off against orcs, hobgoblins, and other fell beasts. I wonder if they mean fell beasts literally or figuratively. That infest Gundabad. The Brawler's just beating the crap out of somebody. Alright, cool. When I saw this screenshot, it's maybe the coolest thing. Like, this warg looks sick. Like, it looks really, really cool. I really like it. That's a cool looking warg right there. Like, the fact that its eyes are purple too. Super cool. Face new enemies. Gundabad's blight runs deep and reveals never before seen foes. Fight back the packs of dangerous crystal wargs and avoid the sharp claws of the primordial Ukrash as your tip to reclaim Gundabad once and for all. Classes are getting new skills? I don't know if classes are getting new skills. Like, that's news to me if that's true. But we are getting a new class with new skills. And they got some new animals. Creep wargs need that skin? For sure. That would be so cool. Especially, I really hope this glows. How sick would it be if they put glowing crystals on wargs, guys? Can you imagine fighting in like the dark depths of Gundabad and all of a sudden you see this glow? And you're like, oh crap. And then a glowing warg, a glowing pack of wargs comes around the corner and just fights right into you. That'd be so sick. Explore new areas and wonders. Reclaim the once mighty citadel of Matogard. Uncover the hallowed lake of Clear the ruins of Cloven Gap, and push back the corruption to return the beauty to the pit of stone jars. Venture beyond Gundabad to the bleak vale of Car Branach, where the easternmost marches of the fallen witch kingdom of Angmar once stood, or to the windswept crags of Welkin Lofts, along the western slopes of the mountains. So we knew we were going to get more Angmar just from the lore side of things, so that makes a lot of sense that they are indeed including that plot line. No real surprise there. We've had Angmiram in previous zones on that side of the mountains anyway, so it makes sense, you know, that their kingdom expanded into Gundabad. That's very lore appropriate, and it'll be interesting to see how they bring back Angmar once again for the millionth time. Bellon, what's up, buddy? It's Maven? Maven of some game. Maven? What's up, Maven? Did you hear the name so you could read it right? I guess so. I can't believe I thought it was Russian. Alright, oh my gosh. Well, welcome. Nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in today. It's been a long time. Maven, I don't know if you've seen, but we've been doing in-game hard, Maven. We've been doing like tier 2 raids and stuff. It's been a trip. We got like really into raiding. It was a lot of fun. I don't know you, but now I do. Queen, this is Maven from Tolkien Professor and LOTRO Players News fame. Voice heard by millions on the Tolkien Professor podcast and by, you know, hundreds on the LOTRO Players News podcast. No, honestly, thousands, I guess, but, you know, it wasn't as big as the Tolkien Professor podcast that ended up on, like, the front page of Academia on iTunes or anything. But anyway, I digress. Forge ahead with new legendary items and weapons. See, because this is coming out before the expansion, I kind of expected them to distance the expansion from legendary item revamps. Just because when they had the class changes where they moved over to skill trees, when they had that tied in with Helm's Deep, that pretty much cursed that expansion, that and Epic Battles. And if people didn't like one thing, they didn't like the other. And brand new, same feature. But no, the new LI system really is super different. It's basically like essences. Enhance and update your weapons with an all-new legendary item system. Find ancient legacies and relics in dusty barrows. Or craft with your own arts. Earn legacies, relics, and runes through daily play with new seasonal rewards. Okay, so there we go. We are going to be earning the legacies, relics, and runes through daily play with like a reward system. So the new daily is to log in so you can upgrade your LI. I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, that's something, I guess. I'm still not sold on the new system, but we'll see how it goes. They have plenty of time to revamp it between now and November and beyond. Fight in new instances and raid. I feel like they should have said and a new raid, but because that reads kind of weird. But anyway, I digress. Join a fellowship to face the challenges of Gundabad in an all new instances, including a final showdown with the Herald of Winter and Lord of Gundabad herself, Hrimil Frostheart. So there we go. Dragon raid confirmed, chat. Dragon raid confirmed. I'm excited. It's not every day you get to fight a dragon in LOTRO. They've been teasing this dragon forever. So I'm glad we're finally gonna be doing it. You have my bow for T1 raids, dude? Maybe even T2? Awesome. Have you fought the Balrog yet, Maven? The Balrog is awesome. You started Final Fantasy? Maven. You're becoming a gamer, Maven. You're becoming a gamer, Maven. I'm proud. They grow up so fast. Alright. Hence your new name. That of some games. I love that. I love the of some games. That's really cool. SWOTOR as well. Yeah, we've been playing a little bit of SWOTOR too. Charge into the fray with exciting new items in the Collector's Edition or Ultimate Fan Bundle. Ooh. With many items delivered immediately, like exclusive cosmetics, choose the edition that's right for you. See our market page to see all the marketing and propaganda. And there we go. Lord of the Rings Online Fate of Gundabad, available November 10th, 2021. I do have to say, their web design, so much better than previous expansions. Like, this looks awesome. Like, really good job, I must say. This looks very professional, very much like the rest of the industry. So I'm really glad they're finally getting their web design up to snuff with everyone else. Like, this is a really nice web page. So, like, good job on LOTRO. You did something right. And let's go to what they did wrong. All right, here we go. The Lord of the Rings Online Fate of Gundabad. We'll start with the standard edition and work our way up. Obviously, we don't like the recommended tab. But anyway. The standard edition. Main features include, of course, the Fate of Gundabad content. The Brawler class. So good, the class is included with the expansion again. Good job on them. Extra character slot. Good, that way you have room for your Brawler class. And you get whatever the crap standard expedition supplies are. So, you know, that makes sense. Good version. Most expansions are $40 now. I would have loved to see previous expansions included. But all the expansions are, well, most of the expansions are on sale for only like 99 cents right now. So I can't complain too much. They do have them available for purchase at a discounted price right now. So it does suck that they're not just included, that they're still charging, you know, $1 per expansion for the new stuff. But, you know, it's alright. It's understandable, at least. You can get the LOTRO Starter Bundle for almost nothing. Oh, I guess they're not on sale. I thought they were. It said they were going to be. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Confuzzled. Just get Merkwood and power level and Warg pins, yeah. Final Fantasy is very store lore focused, which is why you love it. The lore and story is what you love about LOTRO as well, yeah. Oh, it's in the in-game store, okay. That makes sense. You're in a raiding kin? They haven't seen you in a long time, okay. Well, Maven, if you're interested, we're in a raiding kin. And we're going to be hitting Gundabad hard. In fact, Maven, this stream is actually sponsored. We have a raiding kin actually sponsoring the stream. Because today's stream is brought to you by Redemption, a LOTRO raiding kin on Landerville server. If you're looking for fun raiding with friends, get redeemed and apply for Redemption today. Anyway, back to the different editions. The Collector's Edition has the same stuff as the base edition, but now improved expedition supplies. Ooh. It also has the Brawler Gauntlet set, or box, which I'm really interested to see what that is. I'm guessing that's a legendary item? maybe? Or maybe it's just, you know, gauntlets that you get. I don't know. Level boost to 130. That's huge. That's part of the $79 version. Gundabad cosmetics. Gundabad mount and war steed. And more bonus items. Gauntlets get you every 10 levels. Oh, cool. Ponton, what's up? Purple Shadow, nice to have you here as well. So this is actually, the collector's edition for once, actually a really good version. Because the cosmetics and stuff, that's like 20 bucks. Oh, and you get the war steed? So you get the mount and war... This is actually a really good... Like, if you want this stuff, this is actually a really good value for the collector's edition. Compared to previous collector's editions that LOTRO's done. So, like, props to them. They made the collector's edition actually decent for once. Because it also has the level boost, which is like a $50 value. In their eyes. Yeah, this is actually really good. If you want to level boost... Or if you want cosmetics and mounts, this is actually a good version. And if you want both... Oh, it's just the cosmetic. It's not the war pig? Okay. So that's not as cool. Still, though, you do get, you know, a cosmetic and outfit. If you're into that sort of thing, that's still there. But honestly, even if you just want the level increase, this collector's edition's worthwhile. For once. Misleading info? Yeah. So yeah, Thunderboar and War Steed appearance there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, so for the ultimate you get ultimate expedition supplies. You get all the same stuff from over here. You get a Thunderboar and War Steed appearance. Which apparently the effects on the Thunderboar are really cool. I've seen a little bit. You get a die carryall, which I feel like most players don't need, but cool for those that want it. 10,000 Virtue XP, like, okay, that to me that's worth almost nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, Virtue XP is valuable, but that's like not that great of a deal. Like, if it's 100,000 Virtue XP, like, that would actually be cool. But 10,000 isn't really that much. Like, you get 10,000, or you get, like, 2,000 every day just from doing, like, dailies in LOTRO. That's 2 levels. No, that's leveling up 5 virtues once. At higher levels. And more bonus items. More details. Oh, I guess we want to read all this too. So I do have to say, the Ultimate Fan Bundle, because of how good the Collector's Edition is, the Ultimate Fan Bundle looks really crappy this time. Like, even more so. Last time, the Ultimate Fan Bundle, I feel like actually made some sense. For Minas Morgul, that is. Like, it actually had some decent stuff in it, value-wise. This time, it's just not for me at all. Like, Virtue XP and die carryalls and, like, another appearance, that's really not worth an extra 50 bucks, in my opinion. Yeah, it'd be great if the carryall was anything other than a die carryall, right? Exactly, chat. Soft Snake, what's up? Ponton, nice to have you here as well. I think I already welcomed you, but welcome again. Yeah, I know, Night Vision. I know. Like, Daybreak's idea of value for their expansions are very different than a lot of the rest of the industry. And sadly, Standing Stone Games is part of Daybreak. Experience the epic climax to the legacy of Durin's story. Battle the new Brawler class, take on new foes, and forge legendary weapons. Stand at last against Gorgar the Ruthless and the fearsome dragon Hiermil Frostheart in a final decisive battle. Achieve victory, and Gundabad will belong to the dwarves once again and forever. That's kind of a spoiler. They've already told us that we're going to win. Like, okay. None of these screenshots, except for maybe this one, look particularly amazing. And this one. They got two really cool ones. This looks like 2007. This looks like 2008 with Moria. And this looks like 2008 generic. Well, it looks more like the Rohirrim cave, but it looks very generic. Win forever! Wonder what percentage of expansion sales actually go to SSG's pockets, and maybe towards funds for new hires, rather than Daybreak CEOs' new yachts. Well, I think now that Daybreak's owned by someone else, I'm guessing Daybreak's not getting that much, but I'm guessing SG7's getting a lot. But SG7 is looking at investing in SSG quite a bit, it sounds like, because of the potential economic gains from the Amazon Lord of the Rings series, where they are looking at doing a graphics overhaul for LOTRO, and apparently it's going to be quite dramatic once the overhaul is completely done. They said there's going to be minor changes gradually, but once all the minor changes add up, it's going to be a big difference in LOTRO. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the upper floor in Dar Navagad, like inside Moria. They're all winners. Yeah, it'll give a big bump to the game, and if they do a graphics overhaul and some other stuff right when that comes out, like, that's going to be huge. So, yeah, it does sound like they're actually are looking at funding the game quite a bit. Not because of anything Standing Stone Games is doing, but because of what Amazon is doing. And speaking of what Amazon's doing, over 800,000 people were watching New World when I looked earlier. So, you know, imagine that, but as like a series. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people coming into LOTRO. I know it's different having a new MMO launch versus, you know, a series translating to MMO content, but I think there will be a lot more people playing LOTRO because of the Amazon series than there ever were because of the films. Because the films are like, you know, they come out, you watch them once, and then the hype's basically over. The Amazon series is going to be going on for years and years and years. Maybe never ending in our lifetime. Now that's probably an exaggeration, but still it could go on for a stupid long time like LOTRO has. And, you know, if that type of a thing is going to be happening, it makes a lot of sense for LOTRO to make a huge investment into the game. I mean, it's probably going to be a decade, right? The Amazon series. I mean, they spent way too much money trying to get that license to not have it go on forever. So, I think there's going to be a lot of content and a lot of new players coming into LOTRO just because of that. And because of that, there's going to be a lot more funding coming to LOTRO. Yeah, I think I agree, Purple Shadow. Yeah, SWTOR has seen a big increase from that stuff. Oh, but you're saying it didn't have much of an impact. Twitch numbers, it seemed like it did, but maybe that didn't translate to actual players in the game. Delighting in the thrill of combat, the Brawler is a heavy armor melee fighter that utilizes battle gauntlets to unleash powerful strikes upon their foes. Build your metal, blah blah blah. I don't think there's any actual new information here. Yeah, this is all for the same stuff from before. Oh, so we did find out that there are missions coming back You can do them from 20 to 140. Also, the system they're bringing back seems to be the allegiance system. You can pledge yourself to helping the Zelruka dwarves around Gundabad with the allegiance system. There you go. Amazon can also buy LOTRO, then close it for some years. So they can create hype for a new Lord of the Rings based MMO. Soft Snake, I don't know if you know this, but the Amazon MMO got canceled. So I don't think there's going to be anything like that happening. SSG is very much so independent, and I think after everything Standing Stone Games went through to get out of Warner Brothers, I don't think there's any way that they're ever going to be bought out by Amazon unless, like, Amazon makes a stupid good offer and SSG's on hard times or something. I don't see that happening at all. It's not the lag, it's the engine. Well, the engine isn't even just a 2005 engine. The engine is actually from Middle-earth Online. The engine is from before this century started. The engine is from 1990 something. The engine LOTRO uses is from 1990 something. It's no wonder we have lag in this game. Now, it has been updated many times, but still, it's from the 90s, guys. The engine needs replaced. I agree, Aruin, but that would be a huge cost. I highly doubt that because Tolkien was already know a lot about what happens. So there's not much lore. But Game of Thrones, they had the books. Ran out of material. Yeah, so they had to make up their own stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think because of how much... Like, Tolkien's whole life was making Middle-earth. And so I don't think there's going to be a lack of content for Amazon. I think the only way Amazon ruins it is if they focus too much on non-Tolkien ideals and the Tolkien fans just don't watch it. I think that's the only way. If it's like completely lore inappropriate. But honestly, that might make it even more popular. Who knows? I think regardless of what happens, it's going to be popular the first season. And then how good or bad the first season is will impact how good, you know, how the rest of the seasons go. Yeah, Aruin, but I mean, the amount of money it would take to crowdfund a whole new engine transfer would be insane. Like, we're talking probably a team of like 100 engineers, multiple years. Like, we're looking at millions of dollars, everyone, to move to a new engine at this point. Like, it's unfeasible in my opinion. Like, it's not something that would be worth. Yep, with another Chronicles of Valyria, yeah. Yeah, they are definitely going to be doing updates to the graphics and stuff. Well, maybe not hundreds, but it would be a large group to move over 12 years or 14 years of content to a new engine. You basically have to rebuild everything. It's not as simple as like copy and paste. If it was that simple, they would have done it a long time ago. Well, and that's an update to the engine. That's not a move to a whole new engine. Like, I think it would be much more economically feasible to update LOTRO's engine than it would be to move to a whole new engine. Zen, thanks so much for the follow. Alright, celebrate with expedition supplies. Are we still in? Oh no. We got logged out. There we go. Each edition of Fate of Gundabad expansion comes with expedition supplies to enhance your journey, delivering immediately at the standard level. Get 5 1-hour XP boosts. Woo! With the Collector's Edition, additionally receive 5 rare crafting components. A Virtue XP Accelerator, that actually might be good. 5 Reputation Acceleration Tomes. The Ultimate... Okay, so that's like nothing. The Ultimate Fan Bundle Edition includes everything from the Standard and Collector's Editions, but also 4 more Virtue XP Accelerators, a Die Carry-All, and 10,000 Virtue XP. Wait. Wait. So you're telling me that the Ultimate Fan Bundle Expedition supplies are 4 XP accelerators? And that's it? Because they list these as separate. So you either have to take away those extra bullet points, or you only list this as the only thing that's in this pack. The Ultimate Fan Bundle is even worse than I thought. Aside from cosmetics, why would you ever get the Ultimate? You left LOTRO after you need VIP to even PvP, then pay at least $40 to get competitive. Yeah, that's the big thing, is you had to have played PvMP that whole time, right? Yeah. The main reason you won't play is the lag. Yeah, the lag is a lot of reasons why people don't play. If you read about LOTRO from other MMO players, most say the combat is old, or LOTRO is too expensive to get into. Yeah, I think expense, the old combat, and lag are 3 really big reasons for sure. But I think there's also an audience of people that like the old style of combat. So it just depends. You bought it to support the game? That's awesome, Bellon. See, I will never... Don't get me wrong. Whenever I say that, like, this is a horrible bundle, I never tell people not to buy it. Because I think that as a human being, you're intelligent enough to figure that out for yourself. I hate it when, you know, internet personalities do that, where they tell people to, like, boycott this thing because it's so awful. Let people make their own mind. If people want to support a game because they love it so much, let them do it. If you don't like it, don't support it. It's that simple. Yeah, Bellon. I think LOTRO's biggest mistake was getting rid of giftable things and not replacing that immediately. Like, I understand that their system broke and that's why they stopped doing it, but they should have replaced that instantly, because I'm sure they're missing out on a ton of money just from gifting. Gifting absolutely needs to come back. You do like the combat? You mostly play LOTRO just to be in the Middle Earth? Yeah. No other MMO has writing even close to LOTRO. I agree. LOTRO has the best writing in my opinion. I agree, Bellon. Yeah, they do a really, really good job with it. Shabanoff, thanks so much.
Hi, Andang. Did you miss me? No, you didn't. That's all right.
I missed you, Shabanoff. Oh, man. One reason you like the producer is he wants to change how LOTR is monetized. Yeah. Well, and that's honestly my biggest disappointment from this, is I thought for sure they'd include previous expansions. Because that's a big thing that even the producer was saying that they would look into, but I guess it didn't happen. So much gets postponed every year because we can't do it now. Yeah, they do need to hire more people. Final Fantasy can go eat second breakfast. You got an honors master's degree based on storytelling. That's true, Maven. $40 is too much. Guerrero, I think the 40 standard is fine. I think that's become a standard price for an expansion in the industry. I think $130 ultimate version without any physical items or music or anything like that is the big problem. At most, this version should be $100, and this one should be like $60 or $70. Would you say the story of LOTRO is a good argument to get into it? Absolutely. How Toppin'? Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. LOTRO has awesome story. And yeah, that is true. WoW is not free to play. That is true. So it is harder to make a comparison like that. But still. Would 100% love to buy a physical version of the expansions with guides and art books? Yeah. Yeah, if they had an art book, I'd probably buy the $130 version. Will the new LI system be weaker or stronger? That depends on who you ask. I think it's worse for champions, but it's definitely better for other classes. But that's only on current balance. They still have over a month to change it, and you know, even beyond the actual expansion's release, so we'll see what happens. It's definitely a simpler system because it's basically the Essence system but as LIs. I don't like how much grind it appears to have, because it looks like the new system has more grind than the old system. Volume 1 was so good, absolutely. One reason you're not including the expansions could be that pretty much giving it away with the coupon. Yeah, but if you're giving it away for 99 cents, surely you could just include it, right? What I really liked, I think it was with Helm's Deep. One thing I actually really liked was with Helm's Deep, they had like the expansions, but then they had like extra bonus stuff you could buy down here that was like discounted. Like they had a really good deal on like LOTR points where you could, for 50 bucks or like for 30 bucks, you got like $50 worth of LOTR points. And they had some other stuff that was like really, really good deals. And I wish they'd bring that back. Like, to me, that made a whole lot of sense. Yeah, and like Isengard as well, I guess. Maybe it was Riders of Rohan. There was one where they had some really good like bonus deals that you could buy on. But yeah, the 130 is just too high for not getting anything physical, or at least more stuff, in my opinion. Or was it 1,000? Yeah. Alright, so that's that stuff. Get your Brawler off to a great start. The Collector's and Ultimate Edition give Brawler extra stuff. Use Valor, blah blah blah. New currency boosting universal toolkits. Include delving supply boxes filled with new and useful items. Delivered on launch day of the expansion. A brand new type of universal toolkit called the Gundabad toolkit. You'll have a 10% bonus to all Gundabad wallet landscape tokens that you can earn. Whoa, so you get like a boost. It's like a horseshoe. 5 crafting tokens. And a new toolkit called the Fateful Toolkit. The Fateful Toolkit gives a 10% bonus earnings on wallet tokens in the festival and landscape categories through Gundabad. That's pretty cool. Get big for Gundabad with the Ultimate Fan Bundle. Get exciting exclusive in the Ultimate Fan Bundle, including a housing teleport item to Gundabad, equipable XP accelerator to 130, thunderous cosmetic weapon aura, and a new fateful thingamadoo. So see, the housing teleport and like the weapon aura and XP accelerator make it be a little bit better value, but still. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the standard edition again. Unless I get a gifted version like some other streamers have. But since that hasn't happened yet, I'm guessing that's not going to be happening. So I'll just get the standard edition. And I'll probably wait till like the day before the expansion or something. Yeah, it goes to 140. Yep. I feel really bad for the person that comes in here after buying Gundabad. Comes in here and buys these off of the LOTRO market, thinking like this expansion tropes are really good at value, when you can get it in the LOTRO store for 99 LOTRO points per expansion. Feel really bad for those players. When are we getting the 200 level cap? Well, at this rate, we're only increasing level cap every 2 years. So it'd be 12 years from now. So in 12 years, LOTRO will reach a level cap of 200. But it'll also be 2033. So, you know, if you're still playing LOTRO in 2033, let me know. I don't know if I'll make it that far. Hopefully there will be a better MMO by then. Berserker, what's up? I mean, people said LOTRO wasn't even going to last a year, and it's already lasted 14 years. And there's more than enough content for it to go to like a 250 level cap plus. I mean, just with Harad and Rune, that'll probably get him to 200. Just working? Man. Imagine working. Ugh. No, I've been working all week, and oh my gosh, this last week was awful. It was the longest week I've ever had. That I haven't been sick in. Like, it was just such a drag. The whole week was awful. I'm sure, Andang, that in 10 years from now, you will laugh with yourself for still playing LOTRO in 2030. Probably. Yeah, hopefully they'd have a level squish somewhere in there. But who knows? Maybe they'll just keep going on forever. And ever. And ever. Never having a level squish. Oh. Alright, so a lot of players have been upset because they haven't been getting items and stuff. And so I have been seeing that quite a bit. Our newest expansion, Fate of Gundabad, releases on November 10th. Hopefully it won't be delayed this year. When did, hang on. LOTRO, Minas, Morgul, release date. November 5th. Although I think it got delayed to November 6th, if I remember right. And then, yeah, Moria came out in July. War of the Three Peaks came out in October. Helm's Deep came out in November 20th. November 20th. Man, that was right before Thanksgiving. When was Riders of Rohan? October. Isengard. September. That was a good time when it released in September. That was a lot of fun going through that expansion in the month of October. And Isengard had like that dark vibe, so it fit October. It was good. It was good. Mirkwood. December 1st. I think this is the only expansion to release in December. Moria. November 18th. They love November, I'm telling you guys. November's their month. They release a lot of them in November. And it's usually early November. They like to get it done before the holidays so they don't have to work over Thanksgiving and stuff. November is the winner, for sure, for sure. Yeah, they release a lot of them in November. Anyway. New class, play the Brawler, customize items with new legendary items. Woo! Lead the charge to battle. Yeah, you can read about the whole story so far if you don't know what's been going on. Can't purchase the expansion with LOTRO points. Not until May. I hate it that they do that. That is so bad for the game. Like, I can understand, like, you know, maybe January. Maybe. But May, that's a 6-month exclusivity where you can't spend LOTRO points on the expansion. That's ridiculous. Who's going to care in May? Like, they're losing a lot of their LOTRO point audience, I feel like. How do I add the expansion to my existing LOTRO account? Yeah, it's ridiculous, Queen. It's ridiculous. When can I play the Brawler? How do I get the expansion bonus items? If I don't pre-purchase the expansion, can I still buy the expansion bonus items at the later time? Yes, you can. How many character level boosts will I get? 1. I pre-purchased the expansion, but I don't get a product key. Where is it? We don't do product keys. Where are the expedition supplies? Who cares? Is there more information about character level boost? The item delivered is a one-time package that's bound to account and is only tradable for characters through your shared storage. Once opened, the individual components of the character level boost are bound to character. Level 130 Valor can be used by characters, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it still doesn't tell us what the Valor actually includes. Like, how much Virtue XP do you get? How much of all this stuff? We don't know. F-Day coming in with the raid of 7. What is up, F-Day? Alex, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here, too. Thanks for the follow. Nate, what's up? Welcome, welcome, everybody. You bought the Mordor expansion with LOTRO points because you wanted to resist the new tactic? For not giving expansions for free at launch day? Yeah. F-Day with the raid and then the follow. What is up? $2,495 to $2,995 is increase can be labeled as inflation. Well, that's still a way better deal than buying the expansion, right? Because you're still only spending like 30 bucks instead of 40 bucks. So it's still a better deal. Fire Drake, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you guys all so much. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Will the character boost be in the LOTRO store? Yes. What do the guns... English. What do the Gundabad cosmetics look like? So that's pretty cool. I feel like they're trying to go after ESO with the crab pet. Because ESO is really big, like Elder Scrolls in general is really big on crabs. I feel like this is like their attempt to go after the Elder Scrolls audience is with the crab. This armor looks all... If I'm paying $130, I want a little bit better looking armor than this. This looks pretty bland. The boar looks cool. But this looks pretty bland. Also includes a matching war seat suitable for a horse. So wait. Does the Thunderboar war steed still a horse? Is that what it says? Because if so, that's a huge ripoff. Shadow of War lately, and you've gotten in the Lord of the Rings bug? Nice. Armor is perfect for Oblivion? That's true. Yeah, that's actually really true. I don't know. It's definitely not as flashy as the Minas Morgul armor was. So let me get this straight. You get the Thunderboar, but it includes a matching war steed appearance suitable for a horse. So you don't get a war boar. I was really hoping for war boar. That sucks. If they made war boars a thing, I understand there's probably technical limitations or whatever, but if they made war boars a thing, I feel like it would make the 130 version look a lot more enticing. What's a gauntlet box? It gives you gauntlets every 10 levels. What happens to legendary items in Gundabad? You convert them into new ones. What's inside of the delving supplier? Delving supplies will help you with the Fate of Gundabad launches. They're only in higher versions, and they kind of suck. Alright, so it doesn't say that part. When do I receive delving supplies? When Gundabad releases on November 10th, or whenever that ends up being. What's a currency boosting toolkit? Already answered. What are missions? Everyone should know by now. What are allegiances? The system they're bringing back. How big is the die carry-all? Can hold 50 stacks of dies. So up to 500 dies per stack. So that's like 250 or 2,500, I mean, right? If I can type right. No, 25,000. 25,000. I just don't know how to do math. Apparently. So you can now have 25,000 dies in a single die carry-all. Who the crap has 25,000 dies? Why would you want war boars when you could have boar steeds? Well, okay, that's true. Who is going to have 25,000 dies? And if someone does have 25,000 dies, I think we all know why there's lag in LOTRO. I think we all understand suddenly why there's so much lag in the game. It's because somebody thinks themselves the like financial connoisseur of Middle Earth And it's like at any moment they're gonna have to save the poor souls walking around in gray armor. Gray and browns. And they have to delight them with the wonderful colors of love and adventure. Anyway. And determine the fate of Gundabad, which we've already spoiled as determined already. Oh man. Those red dyes really save the day. Yeah, when you're dying in LOTRO during a raid, the one thing you really want to make sure is that you're dying in style, right? Like when you're lagging off a cliff, you want to make sure you look good. A dwarf candle carryall? Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. I'd go for that. Alright, well, I think that's everything we want to cover here. Why play if you can't look fabulous? Well, okay, that's true. That's true, I suppose. For those that missed it, we did finally build a kin house. And it still has a lot of work. The sheep, see, is clearly my sheep because it's wanting to roast itself over the fire. Oh, I don't know how you ended up there, buddy, but I feel like that was a mistake. No, see, what happened was the sheep saw the pre-orders and it's just like, no, I'm done. But yeah, the upstairs is probably my favorite part. I really like this room. Ties are the new Bitcoin? Maybe. He's dead now. Or NTFs, yeah. Could you imagine? Jim from Mad Money starting to talk about LOTRO dies. Time to tell you how to make some money. I'm just saying, if CNBC starts covering LOTRO die markets, I might actually watch. The outside is much less impressive. It's kind of just a mess right now. We do have the standing stones, which I like. We also have the Balrog sword. But other than that, it's kind of just a mess. We do also have our ballista guarding the entrance for any invaders at any moment. We're ready. It might be aimed a little high, though. Oh boy, they're firing that way. Why? Why? Alright. We're also searching for treasure. It looks like we've found it, but we're too lazy to actually pick it up. You know, it's a union break. We gotta take a break at a certain time. Anyway. When we return later tonight, we'll be streaming some more Kinna, Bridge of Spirits, which is the cutest and maybe best game I've ever played from a graphics perspective. It looks amazing. It's a beautiful game.